we're going to visualize how to translate an IEEE 754 binary representation of a float into decimal. From our reading, we'll recall that the most significant bit is the sign bit, and our goal is to take these values and plug them into this equation. So if the sign is 0, that means -1 to the 0 power is going to be 1, which means our number is going to be positive, which is why we've selected 0 to be positive in binary. The next part is we're going to calculate the exponent. The values are able to go from 0 to 255, but because we want to represent both positive and negative decimals, we're going to have an offset. And in this case, the offset is 127. So we can go all the way up from 255 minus 127, all the way down to 0 minus 127. So 2 to the 128, all the way down to 2 to the negative 127. And then the fraction is what we put in here. That corresponds down here. And this is going to be 1 plus 1.0100, but we're going to translate this into a binary value here in a moment. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But let's bring this back up. First, we saw that this was 0, so it's going to be positive. So we have -1 to the 0 power. And that's going to be multiplied by 2 to this exponent minus 127. So in this case, we're going to start from 2 to the 0 all the way over to 2 to the 7, and we multiply them just like we've done previously. So this would be 2 to the 1, 2 to the 2, 2 to the 3, 2 to the 4, 2 to the 5, and 2 to the 6. You sum those all together, and we're going to get 126, which means we're going to get 2 to the 126 minus 127, which is actually going to end up being 2 to the -1. And then finally, we're going to have 1 plus the exponent. And the way we do the exponent is we start with 2 to the -1, and we keep going all the way over here. For examples in this course, I'm not going to go past 2 to the -4. And it's going to be useful to note that 2 to the -1 is going to be 0.5. 2 to the -2 is going to be 0.25. 2 to the -3 is going to be 0.125. And then 2 to the -4 is going to be 0.0625. And so when we have these decimals here, 1, 0, 1, 1, what's going to happen is we are going to multiply 1 times 0.5 plus 0 times 0.25 plus 1.0125 plus 1 times 0.0625. And so we would bring up our calculator. We're going to say 0.5 plus 0.125 plus 0.0625, and that gives us 0.6875. So if we get rid of all this and then put it here, we're going to see that this is 0.6875. So really what this is 1.6875 divided by 2. We plug that into our calculator. We'll say plus 1, and then divide by 2, and that comes out to 0.84375. So that is going to be the decimal representation of this number in IEEE 754 single precision format.